Minds. My colleagues, Dr. Vipra, Dr. Shiva, Dr. Said, are here today. The program would be managed by Dr. Said, who is the head of the pharmacovigilance at Cliniminds, and Dr. Shiva, who is the eminent expert in this field for last several years, who will be running the program in the aggregate report writing. The Before we go into the details and the further, can we have the quick introductions of the participants, please? And please tell us your education background, your current work experience, how long you have been working, and very importantly, if you could mention 2 lines about your expectations from this program, that will really help us in understanding your areas, what you are looking for in this program. So we can start with, perhaps I can see the name Sauni. Yeah.
Good afternoon, sir, and good afternoon, everybody. This is Shravani Goswami. I completed my B Pharma on 2015 from Mokot, Kolkata, and I had an experience of 5 years. Previously, I was working at Cognizant TCS for about 4 years, 2 months. After that, presently I'm working at IQVIA, and in total I have an experience of 5 years, 2 months. And I have opted this program just to know about the aggregate reporting, since I'm literally interested to know how to write aggregate reporting, and is interested in this part only because I want to see my future in aggregate reporting. That's why.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks a lot. I can
Thank
see
you.
the next name now, Sampita. Sampita, please unmute.
Yeah, hi. I'm Sampita Sarkar. I'm a B Farm graduate. So total, I have a 6 years of experience into PV. Currently, I'm working with TCS for 4 years now, and prior to this, I was working with Cognizant for 2.5 years. And I'm looking forward to enhance my skill into aggregate reporting. That is why I've joined this program. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Next, we have Satish Naik. Satish, yeah. Look, Shiva, if you could mute yourself. Yeah, yeah. Satish, please unmute and speak. I think Satish doesn't seem to be on a sound mode right now. Uh, Pankaj, Mukesh
Hello,
Pankaj. Yeah, Mukesh
is
Pankaj.
everyone able to hear me?
Yes, we can. Yeah.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Satish Naik. So I have total of 11 year of experience in the PVICSR. So currently I'm working with the Johnson and Johnson. Initial my career started with Cognizant, then I moved to Laptop. So and from last 5 years I'm working with the Johnson and Johnson. I just want to increase the skill in the aggregate report. That's the reason I joined this program.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Satish. Thank you. We have now Mukesh Pankaj. Tarun, please.
Hello.
Tarun Bhardwaj. Yeah.
Yeah, hi, good evening. Good afternoon. I'm Tarun, and I have working experience of more than 5 years in PV field. And currently, I'm working with the Epsol Life Sciences at New Delhi location. And previously, I worked with the Bioclinica and Wipro. And I joined this program to explore explore my knowledge or excel my knowledge regarding the aggregate reporting, so that I can get the vertical growth in my career.
Thank you. Thank you. Any specific type of reports you have interest in?
I just want to learn regarding the PSUR and the PBR, PABRR and the PADER.
Okay, great. Okay. Next, we have Mukesh Pankaj.
Hi everyone, this is Pankaj Singhmar. I am currently working with LabCorp. I have a total experience of 7.5 years in pharmacovigilance, and I have expectation from this program to excel my skills. I have in pharmacovigilance, I have done call handling to the submissions, everything I know about. I have done booking, triage, case processing, QR trainer, and to the email MHRA submission. So I know all the steps in pharmacovigilance. So I'm also, my work has become very monotonous. So I'm just looking forward to enhance my skills and to switch my domain from PV to medical writing. So that's the reason I joined it. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, thank you. I now request Dr. Vipra to introduce the faculty and then sort of take it from there. Dr. Vipra. Okay, thank you. Said, you want to take it from here?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
My name is Syed Shadab. Yeah, I'm working as a PV head for Clinimides. I'm a pharmacy graduate. I did M.Pharm in clinical pharmacy and have working experience over 18 years in India and abroad in pharmacovigilance, medical writing, and clinical research. I will be talking about. I will be briefing you about on aggregate reporting. I should continue this session or?
Sorry, Said, I could not hear you. Sorry.
I should continue with the session, or this is just a brief introduction?
Yeah, just brief introduction, and now I think Dr. Shiva will take over, and he will introduce about the program structure, and we take it from there. Right.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, everyone. Hey, hi all. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are. This is Dr. Shiv Kumar Buddha. I'm an ER physician by education and qualification, and I am a Six Sigma Green Belt as well, along with Executive MBA from B School. So I have over a decade of experience in pharmacovigilance, be it ICSRs, medical review of ICSRs, signal detection, aggregate reports, risk management, STA, setting up QMS for pharmaceutical companies, working as an independent consultant, and has been a trainer for several years with all the ICSR, the entire paradigm of ICSR activities, right? So this is again, one of the new batches that I will be starting, and as you all have correctly said, this is one of the evolving field. Many of you have already worked on ICSRs previously, or already working on ICSRs right now. And as you see, there is a lot of stagnant when you go up the ladder, or you move up the career, right? At some point of time, there you become stagnant, because after ICSR there are only two chances that you can venture into. One is either as a team leader or as an SME, right? Or sometimes it can also happen that you stay in the same role for several years, just doing different cases, different types of sources, cases that you would receive, right? So but then, as some of you have correctly mentioned, that having exposure to aggregate report, not only aggregate reports though, I would be very specific to aggregate reports, but then overarchingly you would also see risk management, signal detection. All of these are some of the fields that you would have to learn and upskill yourself, so that you stay within the your organization, you move up the ladder, and then it's a good career opportunity for you, and also a skill up for your own benefits, right? So coming to this, this is this I can definitely say that this program is very nicely structured from the place that you receive a lot of theoretical knowledge. And the reason I'm telling you for aggregate reports, because aggregate reports is a collective data which can be which can be collected through different places, right? One is your signal data, your sales data, your from your labeling regulatory people, right? Or about your signals, about risk management, about the risks, effectiveness of the risks. So we touch upon different topics in an aggregate report, because an aggregate report would require all the safety data that needs to be collected and then submitted to for a benefit risk assessment, right? So I think having all of these topics together into one structured document will also give you a lot of understanding about the entire pharmacovigilance activities. So far you have only processed ICSR, submitting it to the health authorities, different sources. But then what happens later is the entire thing that really requires a lot of thinking, a lot of logical thinking and reasoning as well. So that's the reason I was saying that PEBRA writing or understanding of aggregate reports is really a good chance for all of you to explore into new activities of pharmacovigilance, and then to use them in your daily activities that you would do. And we have seen, I mean, if you just ask me about the user stories, the case studies of many participants whom I have especially taken the sessions or been trainer for, they all right now are most of them were pharmacists by education. Some of them were PhDs. We had a lot of physicians as well who had taken up this course, and right now they're all placed in different pharmaceutical companies as well as CROs, wherein they have taken up aggregate reporting as their next career level, wherein they have seen hike in not only their designations but also their packages, the team size have increased, the organizations that they have taken into have certainly been a big MNC companies that they were working right now for. So I can definitely tell you that this course will not only upskill yourself but also would open up career opportunities for all of you. So having said that, the course is designed in such a way that it doesn't entirely take you to theoretical. Of course theory is definitely the part, because you need to understand few topics. As you all understand, ICSR again, there are different other topics within PIBRA, right? Or your aggregate reports, wherein you require a lot of understanding of theory. So along with that, we also make sure that you are provided with assignments of writing at least two reports by your own. So at the end of the course, the 16 sessions or 17 sessions, whatever it is, we don't have a ballpark figure on the number of sessions. It is basically to make you all understand the process, make you all be independent in writing this aggregate reports, right? That is the main motto and objective of these particular course or sessions are. So at the end of the session, as I said, you all be able to independently author an aggregate report, understand what sections, in what sessions sections of the PEBRAR the information has to get in, what information would require a lot of cleansing, data cleansing, and then what needs to be entered into those particular sections is the key part of this entire course, right? Along with that, the theory will also include various other factors like what is a signal, how do you take in signal, what are the different tractors that are used, and also some of the we usually at Cliniminds we do not use the theoretical trainers. We use the industrial trainers, because they give you a lot of industrial experience as well. So for me, I have worked in different aggregate reports for different companies, have been a trainer as well, have seen the industry. So I understand from a mid-size company, mid-size pharma company, how do they, get in data from a bigger pharma companies, where they have a lot of tools that wherein you need to collect this data from, right? So getting you that industrial perspective is again a key thing for you. when you
Dr. Shiva,
you
your
might
voice is breaking.
tomorrow work for a bigger pharma company or a medium-sized pharma company or maybe a smaller-sized pharma company. It doesn't matter. The core fundamentals still remain the same. But I will give you a perspective of different organizations overview get enriched. So yes, that is how it is structured. So most of the part, I mean, though there is theory. Am I audible? Hello.
You are audible now. In between, you were not. Yes, you are audible now.
Dr. Shiva, yes, we can hear you. It
Okay,
was
sir.
just a 10-second lag which we got
Okay, perfect.
sometime
Okay.
back. It's okay. All good now. All good now. Please continue.
Oh, is it okay? Okay, not a problem. So okay, perfect, guys, perfect. I think there should be a lag, but I think I mean that is it. I what I want to tell you is that this program is an amalgam of both theory with different PV topics, advanced PV topics, as well as practical knowledge as well, wherein you would be receiving assignments from us on a daily basis, wherein you're supposed to submit them, and then you also have progress on. I mean, you also have a review of each of your progress and how are you writing, where you're going wrong, what needs improvement, what is your understanding level, and then there could also be a recap on day after day, wherein we recap the previous sessions, and then in between, if you have any doubts pertaining to anything related to the topic, I mean related to entire PV as well, we are very much open to take those and then make you all understand, right? So that's about the course. If you have any specific questions, how will, I mean, anything related to the sessions, how are they conducted, the timings and stuff like that, Vipra definitely would like to understand more on your timings, and then what is a good time for you to for us to schedule these sessions. That would be one piece. The other piece is, if you have any doubts pertaining to anything, how will this help your career, how will this help you to build up your CV, any doubts regarding the sessions, you can please ask me that.
Thank you, Dr. Shiva. I hope I am audible.
Yep.
Okay. So please come up with your doubts in case if you have related to anything pertaining to your career or pertaining to the core aggregate report technical part. Post that, we will be moving ahead with the sessions and the student portal. Yes, Pankaj, please unmute yourself.
Yeah, Vipra. So I have a question regarding the placement. Do you guys have a placement program also post this training sessions?
Rajat or Vinayak, would you like to answer this?
Hello.
Yes, Rajat. There is a query from Pankaj related to placement. Pankaj, if you could please repeat the query.
Yeah, hi Rajat, this is Pankaj. So I had a
Yeah,
query
hi.
regarding the placement. So do we have any placement program post this sessions we are done with?
No, sir. I told you earlier that this is a high skill program. So we will give you quality training to practicing to be a trained on the aggregate part. In the placement part, we will be not committed to provide any placements interviews, but we definitely share the CVs whenever the opportunities come to us. So we will get your CVs and we will share your CVs whenever the options come to us.
Okay,
It's
okay.
not a
Because
placement interview.
yeah, after registration, I was just going through to your website, so I saw the placement thing also. So that's why the question arises. Okay, thank you.
No, sir. Placement is not a assured placement interview part of this program, but there is a assured quality training there.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyone else has any questions or queries? Yes, Tarun, please unmute yourself.
Hi, Vipra. My question is, how can we get an opportunity to work in abroad? Is there any chance?
Dr. Shiva, if you could assist him.
Yeah, sure. See, Tarun, the more as I told you, the main objective of this course is to make sure that you understand the topics related to aggregate reporting, and you as well, since you are into this PV fields for a good time of period, you understand that this topic or this field is right now is in demand in our country as well as in the other places as well, because after a few years in ICSR, your career roles becomes very stagnant. Having said that, your career opportunities from cleaning minds, see, the cleaning minds would might assist you in terms of if they come across any openings, they can definitely let you know that there are certain openings. But cleaning minds will not be assuring that you will receive an job opportunity once you complete this. But having said that, we have user stories. I mean, we have at least many, I mean many, all of them, most of them who have completed this course along with the other certain other courses, because cleaning mind run programs across the week, across the year, right? So from different programs that we have taken in students, they have all placed in different other pharma companies or CROs. They have upskilled themselves, and then they have got up to the career ladder. Opportunities in abroad, it's based on the company that would want to sponsor you, right? Or it's basically on how the company would want to sponsor it. It is not such easy to receive a role. For that you need to be exceptionally good by trying to get more knowledge on PV, upskilling yourself in terms of not only aggregate reports but also signal detection, risk management courses and other QMS courses, wherein you might have an opportunity and technical advantage from the others if within your team, and then there could be opportunities within your team as well, or maybe some other company would see you as a value add resource. They might offer you a role.
Can we directly apply there?
I mean that question to me is incomplete, because of course you might apply, but then the reason I'm telling you, only if they are agreeing to sponsor you, I mean, even if you apply, they would look into your profile. They who are not willing to sponsor, then even if you apply, that might not make sense to them, right? For example, in the US, it is not such easy that they would give you a role, right? You need to go through, somebody has to sponsor you in a H1B. Similarly, in the Europe, somebody has to sponsor a work visa for you. So that's how it is. I mean, as I told you, unless and until you're exceptionally good, you can work as a QPPB, something like that, then they might take you, or else they already have local talent wherein they can select from, right? Make sense?
Okay, thank you.
Yes, Satish.
Yes, my question is how would be the next session is going to be in Sunday, or and what would be the duration? And also just want to know the material which we had received over the module. So do we need to be complete before something like that? Can you give idea on?
Okay, so Satish, I would like to answer this question. Coming to the duration of the session, so each session minimum duration is 2 hours, right? Uh, Related to your query that whether the sessions will be conducted on Sundays, so that decision is kind of we have a mutual understanding between the trainer and the students. We can have the sessions on Saturday and Sunday both, provided everybody is comfortable with it. Okay. So if everybody is comfortable taking sessions on Saturday and Sunday both, we can conduct that way. Okay, so this is the platform where we can agree on this particular point, that if all of you are available to take the sessions on Saturday, then we can have the sessions on both the days.
Okay, so it's not a fixed calendar session, like it depend on the student or something like that, or the confirmation.
Yeah, in the past we have had batches where we have had sessions on both the days. We also had batches where sessions were only conducted on Sundays because of the other commitments which the students had.
So it could be tweaked a bit based on the requirement. But once we like kind of fix, that will be maintained throughout the program.
Okay, thank you.
So you can all, I mean, adding to what Viprite said, you can all, decide on what days you would want to take this course, and depending on that, we'll also have to check, what suits us best, and then we can find a middle ground wherein, we fix on a timings. But personally, I feel as a trainer, I feel that the more gap you have between each of the sessions, the more there could be chances that you can, miss out some information. For example, if I have two sessions in 1 week, it is easy for you to catch up, right? But however, if for example the next week there is a session on the next week, which is a very long, there is a long gap between each week, right? So then your timing might not work because you have some personal commitments. Then you can miss out those big chunk. Whereas there are less chances that you might miss when there are immediate sessions, right? So it's again up to you. And periodically I'll also suggest during the session that, for example, if I have a section on pebrar wherein I would feel that having two sessions at one day, or continuous sessions, would help you to understand better, then I can make the recommendation. But however, having said that, it totally depends upon you. How do you want to take it?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so you can think over it, and you can provide us with the your confirmation on the WhatsApp group, maybe by tomorrow evening, so that we can work upon with related to the schedule with Dr. Shiva, and schedule the sessions accordingly for the upcoming week. And Satish, your question related to the material, I would be coming to that when I will be showing you the portal once. Okay.
Okay,
Yes,
thank you.
yeah, yes, Pankaj.
Yes, Vipra. So if we have a session on both the days, Saturday and Sunday, does it make any change, or does it make any difference in the duration of the course? Like, would it decrease from 3 months to lesser, or would it increase? I mean, I just want to have a clear picture on that.
No, definitely it will not increase. See, if we had sessions only on Sundays, so as Dr. Shiva suggested, that we could have like back-to-back sessions with some kind of breaks in between. So definitely the duration would not increase or decrease. Okay. The only thing is that if it is on Sundays only, it might be like back-to-back two sessions. That is the only difference. Okay, because duration is fixed for 3 months, so that remains the same.
Okay, okay. So, actually, I didn't get the Sunday wala thing that you mentioned. That if we have a one session on Sunday, then it's back to back. Means it's a 4 hour session on Sunday for one
Kind
day.
of. Yes, kind of four
Okay,
hours.
okay, okay, okay. Got it.
Uh, uh, in the past, from the courses, from the aggregate specific batches that we have run, we have seen that having sessions on Saturday and Sunday is kind of a good option, because say for example, if you get certain assignments and you get to complete the assignment, and in the same next day you can discuss, so it brings in more clarity rather than having a gap, because all of you are working professionals, and when you start working from Monday to Friday, it really becomes difficult for you also to work on the assignments. Okay, so it's always best to have sessions on both the days. Rest is like it depends on how your schedule is, and what all of you decide together. Any more questions?
Yes, I have one question. If we have any query after the session and going through the documents which has been updated, which has been uploaded in the course, then we will mention that in the mail or we will mention that in the WhatsApp group.
You can mail it to us because the technical queries will be forwarded to Dr. Shiva. Okay, so he can take up those queries in the session, or if it is possible, he could revert to those queries on email. So it is always advisable that you send your queries on email to the academics ID. Okay, we'll share the ID on the group as well. So it's always better to email.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Any more questions? Okay, so I take this as no. Now, moving ahead, I would be telling you about the student portal. So, most of you must have received the access to your student portal, and anyone who has not received it will receive it in the upcoming week. So within 1 or 2 days you will be receiving the access to the student portal. Now the student portal is a platform where you can access the recordings of all the sessions which are conducted, because every session will be recorded. Even the orientation session recording would be uploaded on your student portal for a future reference. So that is one thing. The second thing is any materials, any presentations, or any reference documents which is shared by the trainers, that would also be uploaded on your student portal for reference purpose. Apart from that, there are certain reading materials which are pre-uploaded on your portal. That is, you can go through those material. It depends upon you at what time point you want to go through the material. It is not mandatory that you go through the material before the session. But again, if you go through the material before the session, it will be helpful for you maybe to understand better. So it purely depends on your convenience. You can go through it before or even after the sessions, right? Apart from this, throughout the program, as Dr. Shiva has mentioned, he will be giving you assignments, and every student is expected to write a minimum of 2 reports, because this whole program is not about theory. It's not about what the trainer is teaching you. It is more of how you are practicing, because at the end of the day, it is you who should be able to write the reports. So, as an assignment, each one of you will be writing at least minimum of 2 aggregate reports, and you are required to submit the reports on the same day, to Dr. Shiva for his review and feedback. So the feedbacks for your assignments will be discussed during the session so that it can benefit each one of you. Okay, so we'll take up all the reports which has been submitted, and we will be discussing the report in the sessions, so that in case anyone has a doubt in any particular section, it can be clarified. Okay. Second important thing is related to your final examination. So the final examination will be conducted once the program concludes, which is after 3 months. So the day when your session completes, from that day, 15 days preparation gap will be provided, and post that you will be appearing in your final examination. The final examination will be conducted online. It is an MCQ based assessment, and there is no negative marking for this assessment. Uh, you are required to obtain a minimum of 70% marks to pass the exam. So, minimum passing percentage is 70%. And once you clear the examination, the soft copy of the certificates will be emailed to you on your registered email ID. The hard copy of the certificates will be dispatched uh, after 15 days of the result announcement, right? One important thing is that you are required to check your emails on a regular basis, especially the emails which comes from the academics, the emails which comes to you from logistics, because through these two IDs you will be receiving important communication related to your sessions, and once your results are announced, communication related to the dispatch of your certificates. So please make sure that you check your inbox and the spam folders, because most of the times the emails are sent by us, but it goes into the spam folder of the students. So please make sure that you check the spam folders. Session details will be sent through auto-generated emails, like for the orientation session, the format in which you had received the session information. In the same format, you will be receiving the session schedules for the upcoming weeks for the course of 3 months duration. Okay. So I'll just show you your student portal in case if you already have got access. Most of you must have accessed it. Uh, I hope you can see my screen.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So this is how your student portal looks like. And on the student portal, basically you have presentations, and you have video recordings, and you have certain content which is pre-uploaded. Okay. So these are basically the presentations. Currently in your portal, it will be blank, because once a session starts, you will be receiving the presentations. So this is how your homepage looks like currently. Under the active courses, you will be able to see the course name, which is Certificate Program in Aggregate Reporting. And once you click this, you will find certain modules mentioned as module 1, 2, 3, and 4. There will be a start date and an end date. Against every module, you find a start button under the action section. And when you click on this, there will be certain pre-uploaded content. Okay. And this pre-uploaded content will have presentations, will have notes, maybe certain topics might have a test as well. So these tests are only for your own practice purpose. The score that you obtain in those tests, it will not be considered for the final examinations. These are just practice tests. Okay. So although you can attempt it for your own practice, but the marks scored here will not be counted in the final certificates. Okay. Then you have the latest session presentation section. Under this section, any presentations which will be used by Dr. Shiva, any reference material used by him will be uploaded. Okay. And it can be used for future reference. Similarly, latest session videos is the section where you can see the recordings of all the sessions which are uploaded after the session concludes. So you will not be able to see the recording immediately as the session ends. It might take around 1.5 hours for the recording to be processed and be visible on your portal. Okay. So the portal is quite simple, easy to access, right? And any assessment that will be assigned to you, like your final assessment, that will be visible under the assessment portal. Okay. So here you will be able to see your final examination. There will be again a radio button provided where you can click and you can start with your assessment. Okay. So any queries from the student portal?
Yeah, hello.
Yes, Pankaj.
Hi, Vipra. So, for student portal, you guys will be giving credentials to us, right?
Yes.
Okay, okay. Then it's fine.
Okay. See, for the credentials, you will be receiving a system generated email on your registered email ID, and the username is basically your email ID itself. It's only the password which will be provided to us on the email. Okay.
Okay.
Any?
Uh,
Yeah.
Vipra,
Yes,
I
sir.
have a question. Is there any validity for the credentials? Means after the duration of 3 months, we can log in or not in the particular Kiliman database?
Yeah. So the course duration is 3 months. The total access will be for 6 months. So 3 months additional access will be provided. So total duration of access is 6 months.
And after the 6 months, if we require the documents from, then how can we get it?
You can contact the admin team. They will help you out. I think there is some additional fees which needs to be paid. Okay, that the admin team will be able to inform you, or you could download the material and or you can print the material and keep it for future reference. Anything which you find which will be useful, which you need for future reference, you can print it and keep it.
Okay, thank you.
Are we able to download the material from the portal?
You will be able to print it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Any other questions, maybe related to your sessions or session timings? Timings also, I think we can mutually decide based on the availability. Right, Dr. Shiva?
Yes, Vipra. I feel if everybody is in India around this time should be good enough. I mean, again, as I said, you all can decide and let Vipra know, and we can probably revert on that.
Yes. Okay. Any other questions? Okay. So Pankaj has confirmed that Saturday and Sunday noon would be fine. So thank you, Pankaj. Uh, all of you, you can think upon it. Let us know in the WhatsApp group. And my suggestion and request is, although the sessions are recorded, but please ensure that you attend these sessions live, because the experience that you get in the live sessions, the interaction, the queries that can be solved in the live session, obviously that is not there in the recorded session. So recorded session, you can go through it, but it's always better to attend the sessions live, where you instantly, when you have a query, you can put up that query to the trainer, get it resolved. Okay. So that is again a request from my end to all of you.
Oh, yes, Vipra. I have one more doubt regarding the final assessment. As you mentioned, like you have to clear the assessment minimum 70%. What if
Mhm.
a person is not, getting 70%? So what are the consequences that one needs to face if
Okay.
the person, yeah.
So there are no consequences as such, but you will need to reattempt, because in order to release the certificates, you need to clear the examination. So you can always give a reattempt.
Oh, okay, that's cool. Thank you.
Yeah. So if there are no more questions, can we conclude the session? And I'm looking forward to your suggestions for the session days and timings. Okay. So I would like to thank Dr. Shiva, Said sir, Rajat, and all of you who are present here in the session for attending the orientation program. And we welcome you to the program. Happy learning to each one of you. So looking forward to your first session on the coming weekend. And in case of any queries, we will be sending the email IDs on your WhatsApp group. You can always write to us, and you can always let us know if there are any concerns on the group, or you can email to the mentioned email ID. So thank you, all of you. Have a good rest of your day.
Thank you, Vipra.
Thank you, Said sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you,
Thank you
Rajat.
all. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you,
Have a
Dr.
nice
Shiva. Bye. Yeah.
Thank
Bye.
you all.
Thank you
Bye.
all.